Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, it's Friday, that must mean it's time for the Warhammer Friday show. Got a few things to look at this week as I bring you up to date with all the Warhammer news from the Warhammer community site for the past week, and there's a couple of new models to look at, but mostly dominated by Horus Heresy with the new Legions Imperialis game. As I do every week, I'll pick one new model, maybe one cool article, and that will get the Start of the Week award, and one will get Loser of the Week award. Before we get started, I'd like to say a massive thank you to this month's sponsors and supporters of the channel. There's links down below where you can make some great savings. Baron of Dice has got some awesome savings at the moment, and as always, up to 20% on your hobby products with Wayland and Element Games. You may have seen this mat video I did from Warzone Studio, some awesome mats there. I'll link to it at the end of this video if you'd like to have a look. And this week I've been working on Gates of Nilheim, an awesome game that's available now on GameFound, link down below. And I unboxed Tumbledown Street with another unboxing coming tomorrow for one of the bigger models for Moonstone. But let's get started with the week's news. And so we saw on Sunday that it's finally here, Legions Imperialis. And on Monday I did a video where we had a look at all the confirmed prices for the UK and EU. And this is going to be available to pre-order tomorrow. So get those pre-orders in. And then if you want to see the prices for everything before tomorrow, check out that video. Again, I'll link to it at the end of this one. But there's so much to look at for Legions Imperialis. You've got this box set here with all the contents. They did make a little mistake in the first post they put out on the Sunday because they included the Kratos tanks in here. So maybe that was a decision way back and they chose to include them. But then they realised they could squeeze a few more pennies out of us by putting it in as a separate set. So yeah, there's going to be loads of separate sets of models that you can pick up for this game as well, including the Kratos tank there and the rhinos. That's a nice set, 10 rhinos there, and they were what, £30? So that seemed pretty cool, but then things got a little bit more pricey as they started introducing more things. And as Richard pointed out in a comment on the price video, the 8 Baneblades would be the same price as 180 Victrix Vikings. So that certainly puts things into perspective there. Still looks like there's going to be lots of options for the game if you are interested in it. Loads of flyers, you've got all the Titans, and so yeah, a lot going on there. Prices are going to be all different. There's going to be a mix of plastic and Forge World and loads of returning models too. And those returning models are going to come from Aeronautica Imperialis. And the other, is it Titanicus Imperialis game? Yeah, I think so. They're going to get all those models too. So yeah, there is a lot of choice here and a lot to add to the collection. And I think it would certainly add up. And Brad left a comment in another video saying that the cost of the White Dwarf list that was shown a little while back, they're going to be between $800 and $1,000. So if you did want a big army and you wanted to replicate that, expect to pay out. But there's some other things you could buy like the terrain, the mats, the cards, bases, and the poster as well, and the old set of terrain, which is the Administratum sector. So certainly a lot on offer. They're not holding back on what you can get hold of now, but will it be supported going forward? And if so, for how long will all these models be available in going on into the future, or are they just going to do it for a short period and then that's it? So I think that's a question a lot of us are asking, and that's what puts me off even thinking about trying to start another system with Warhammer at the moment, and especially with a game like this. We also saw a couple of models for Tyranids. Some of the older sculpts being now available as made-to-order models. You can get that pre-order in tomorrow, and it could take up to 180 days to arrive. But I think one of the standout things from this week was this cool new model for Age of Sigmar, and what a model it is. The court is certainly in session for the Honourable Grand Justice Gormain. Someone's definitely had fun coming up with this concept and sculpting it, and what a great idea. It's just a fantastic looking model. I love it when Games Workshop are a bit more playful with their models, and you certainly see that a bit more, I suppose, in Age of Sigmar. But this guy looks fantastic. What a great model. What a brilliant idea. Absolutely disgusting, which of course is awesome. There's no rules or even any hints as to the role this will play in the army, so I guess we're going to have to wait and see on that one. I'm sure we'll find out more during the Warhammer preview. And this faction's certainly getting a bit of attention lately, so expect to see more of that perhaps tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see. Now I say tomorrow because for me here in the UK, the preview online is going to be Saturday the 18th at 3 AM. Now I won't be getting up or staying up that long for sure. I'll just wait till the morning. I'll do another video tomorrow. I won't wait until next Friday to cover that, because I'm sure we're going to get some cool reveals, hopefully. But what they usually do is just go a bit light on the reveals the week building up to these previews, and then release models you would otherwise normally see during the week. And so, yeah, some of them aren't going to be that spectacular, I imagine. Like, how much more Warhammer Horus Heresy is there to see, for goodness sake? Yeah, and also Necromunda. We usually see Necromunda released on a Monday. Sometimes we get to see some new models for that, so I expect that's not going to be nothing too flash. But hey, you never know, it could be something completely out there. I'm wondering what they're going to be bringing up for Kill Team. We still haven't got any idea when the other sets we saw in the other previews are going to come out yet, and if they're going to release another set now, then that's going to be pretty odd. So yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. But let me know what you're looking forward to the most from tomorrow's online preview. Is it Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, or perhaps one of the skirmish games? Or maybe even the Old World? And speaking of the Old World, we get to see another update now for some of the rules. This time we're going to be looking at the shooting phase. Nice picture of some wood elves there, which are always cool. I always love the look of wood elves. I never played it. I'm quite new to actually playing Warhammer properly in the hobby, only really since I started the channel. But I've always loved the wood elves. And I remember buying a pack years and years ago, but never actually doing anything with them. But yeah, fantastic. Great models. But if you want to catch up with the shooting phase news there we go. So we got strategy, movement and shooting now, and that's just going to leave next week where they'll be showing us the combat phase. Then we got the rumour engine this week. It looks like some kind of charges, so maybe what, League of Votann, or perhaps we're looking at the Gene Stealer cult. Who knows? Let me know your guesses if you'd like to down below. And then we're on to more of the Horus Heresy. And now this week is pretty much dominated by Horus Heresy here. And we're going to get to see some new tanks now. These are the Dracosan transport, which pair spacious seating with heavy firepower. So there we go. Even more models to add to the mix. And it says here that these are going to come in boxes of 6, and these are enough to carry 24 Solar Auxilia models right into the heart of battle. Then we saw another article, it's pretty much every day now, but where they're giving you like a book, and then you could play out a battle from the book. So that's quite cool. If you're into the whole narrative of Horus Heresy, then I think you're really going to enjoy this article. It's going to take that book, match it up there, and describe the battle and which forces you could use. So I think that's really interesting, and certainly for Horus Heresy, there's so much to read up on it and then play it out on the battlefield. I think if you're a fan of it, it's going to be awesome fun. Then there's how to play a game of Legions Imperialis. I never really rated Games Workshop's how to play videos. They don't really teach you how to play, but they do describe it as a primer in this article, and I think that's more like it. That's a better summary of what this is. It's going to go through each phase. The video is very quick, takes you through each of the phases, pretty much summed up here in the text as well, so you can watch and listen, or you could read through depending on your preference. So a nice article there to get in the mood. And then there was this one, which revealed a really awesome terrain. Look at that. I mean, that's how I imagined this kind of epic scale to be played on. That looks awesome in the big streets there. You got the massive cathedral-looking building. That would be so fun to set up. But price that up, though, before you get too excited, because, yeah, that's going to be a lot of money, I think, to get the forces together and then to buy all the terrain. Yeah, I think you'd be talking a fair bit there. But if you wanted to do it on a smaller scale, you could certainly replicate some of these sections, get some of the awesome flyers. And I love how they've done the Titan there, all demolished and set into the actual terrain itself. That's really cool. And then at the bottom here, you get a nice look of what it could look like in the battle. So yeah, it really is a game of tanks and Titans here, I think. Because anything smaller than one of the Dreadnoughts seems to be getting a little bit lost. And then some other nice pictures there of some of the Titans going at it in amongst the terrain and all the debris. I mean, that's a nice one of the infantry. I could be wrong. I guess it's just being overlooked by these bigger models. And then there's one more article, again, looking at how to paint the models. This is going to be a helpful one too. So they certainly are giving lots of support to get going with this. But again, that question of how long that support will last is a big one, I think. Then we saw this big model revealed by Weta Workshop, or Weta Workshop, I don't know how to say that, but this is kind of cool. If you like a big 1:6 scale model as a kind of ornament for your home, then this could be the place to go. I mean, you can't knock it. It just looks fantastic. Price-wise, who knows? Have to check out the website, but you can pre-order it now if you wanted to. Alright, that now brings us to that time where we're going to look at Star of the Week, and I think I've got to give it to this guy. What a fun, playful model. It looks awesome. Great theme. Good idea. I mean, there wasn't much competition this week, to be fair. So yeah, an easy choice. But let me know who you would have given the Star of the Week to in the comments. There's always a loser, though. I kind of like giving out this loser award. This one is going to go to those Kratos tanks. I kind of feel like they were originally going to be in the starter set, maybe, or maybe it could have just been a mistake. But either way, I think these are the cooler tanks, and so it would have been great if they were included in it, and the fact that you're going to have to buy them separately. And don't they come in units of 6? So that means you have to buy 2 sets? I can't remember now. I'm sure I've read that or seen someone comment on that. So yeah, that's a bit naughty too. So a well-deserved Loser of the Week award. That's it for another Warhammer Friday show, so come and join me tomorrow where I'll be going through some of the reveals from the online preview. I might break it up, depends how good it is, into different videos or just do one to cover the whole thing. But if you want to take a break from Warhammer, and I can certainly recommend doing that, there's a massive hobby out there beyond Warhammer and it's so much fun, then check out this video where I give you some ideas for different games to get into this Christmas. One of those games is Bolt Action, which I'm covering a lot on the channel now. I'm really enjoying it. Just growing those armies, getting them ready for some battle reports is just so much fun. This week I got to unbox Gates of Nilheim, the prototype set, which is awesome, a brilliant part of the channel, and I really love unboxings. But to get a prototype of a new game, that was just so exciting, and I've painted up some of the models, including Bjorn here, if you'd like to check that out. That's it for now though, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow and also looking forward to seeing what reveals are going to come up. If you enjoyed the video, it'd be great if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.